Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. This is lecture number 2 of Pakistan Studies for class 10th. In our previous lecture, we started chapter number 6, History of Pakistan 2, and its first topic was era of Zulfikar Ali Bhutto from 1971 to 1977. We discussed the economic or industrial policies of Bhutto in that lecture, and now we will move towards its another policies. Zulfikar Ali Bhutto's government announced labor reforms, agriculture reforms, and educational reforms in the country. But before discussing the detail of all these reforms, we will come to know that what are labor reforms and why did Bhutto introduce them. Labor reforms are the various legislative and administrative measures taken by the Bhutto government for the protection of the rights of laborers. These labor reforms were enacted or implemented for the first time in the history of Pakistan to safeguard the fundamental rights of workers and ensuring them certain benefits. क्योंकि जुल्फ़िकार अली भुट्टो मज़दूर तबके के लीडर के तौर पर ही मशहूर थे, उन्होंने 1970 में इलेक्शन कैंपेन के दौरान रोटी, कपड़ा और मकान का नारा लगाया और जब हुकूमत में आए तो डिफरेंट रिफॉर्म्स के ज़रिए इस नारे को अमली जामा पहनाने की कोशिश की। लेबर रिफॉर्म्स भी इसी सिलसिले में इंट्रोड्यूस करवाई गई थीं। Zulfikar Ali Bhutto's government announced the new labor policy on 10th February 1972, and now we will discuss its important points. The representatives of the laborers were included in the administrative committee. This committee was responsible for the running affairs of the factory, and its representation was 20% of the total strength, and their duty was to check the accounts and stores. And number 2, annual bonus equal to 1 month's salary was announced for the laborers, and special bonuses were also announced in case the production increased. बोनस वो रकम होती है जो किसी शख्स को अच्छा काम करने की वजह से इनाम के तौर पर दी जाती है, और स्पेशल बोनस जो ज़्यादा पैदावार होने की सूरत में दिया जाता था। तो लेबर रिफॉर्म्स में ये शामिल किया गया कि अगर किसी फैक्ट्री को, किसी इंडस्ट्री को किसी महीने में ज़्यादा पैदावार होती है, ज़्यादा पैदावार होने की वजह से ज़्यादा मुनाफा हासिल होता है, तो उस मुनाफे की वजह से जो वर्कर्स, जो मज़दूर उस इंडस्ट्री में काम कर रहे हैं, उनको स्पेशल बोनस के तौर पे एक्स्ट्रा मनी दी जाएगी। Number 3, the working time of the laborers was rescheduled. 48 working hours within a week were regulated instead of 54 hours. पहले मज़दूरों के लिए ज़रूरी था कि वो एक हफ़्ते में 54 घंटे काम करें, लेकिन इसको 54 घंटे से कम करके 48 आवर्स तक लाया गया। Number 4, every laborer would have the rights of old age pension, insurance and gratuity. All these facilities were given to laborers like the government servants. Also, medical facilities under the Social Security scheme would be given to the laborers, and it would be paid by the owners of the industry. Number 5, every laborer would be provided with residential and educational facility also. Medical checkup would be mandatory. Means के जो मज़दूर हैं, जो वर्कर्स थे इंडस्ट्रीज़ में, उनका मेडिकल चेकअप ज़रूरी था कि इंडस्ट्री के हॉस्पिटल्स में वो अपना मुफ्त चेकअप करवा सकते थे। फ्री एजुकेशन अप टू मैट्रिकुलेशन of at least one child was the responsibility of the factory. Number 6, an Industrial Relations Commission was set up and its duty was to settle the disputes among the laborers through trade unions. Number 7. A post of stewardship was created, which was responsible for settling differences between the mill owners and the laborers. And lastly, mill owners were bound to give solid reasons before termination of a laborer for job security purpose so that unfair terminations could be avoided. कि मिल ओनर्स मज़दूरों को बग़ैर किसी वजह के नौकरी से निकाल नहीं सकते थे. इस तरह से इन लेबर रिफॉर्म्स में उनको जॉब सिक्योरिटी दी गई. Agricultural reforms are also introduced by Bhutto's government. Students, you should remember that agricultural reforms are also called land reforms. And it means changing of laws regarding land ownership and distribution of agricultural land. Zulfikar Ali Bhutto introduced these agricultural reforms or land reforms because Pakistan is an agricultural country and most of the population of our country is directly or indirectly involved in this sector. So every government introduces agricultural reforms. Similarly, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto also announced a number of agricultural reforms to save the farmers from exploitation. Exploitation means इस्तेसाल. जो बड़े बड़े ज़मींदार और लैंड ओनर्स अपनी ज़मीनों पर काम करने वाले मुज़ारिन का इस्तेसाल करते थे, उनसे बचाने के लिए ये रिफॉर्म्स इंट्रोड्यूस करवाई गई. These reforms were introduced by Bhutto government on 1st March 1972. Now we will discuss these reforms one by one. First of all, the limit of land ownership was fixed. It was fixed for irrigated lands up to 150 acres and land irrigated by natural rains was up to 300 acres. So what is the difference between canal irrigated lands or rain irrigated lands? इसका मतलब ये है कि जो ज़मीनें नहरी पानी से सैराब की जाती हैं उनको इरिगेशन लैंड्स कहा जाता है और कैनाल इरिगेटेड लैंड्स कहलाती हैं. और जो ज़मीन बारिश या नेचुरल तरीके से सैराब की जाए उनको नेचुरल लैंड्स कहा जाता है. दैट दे आर इरिगेटेड बाय नेचुरल मेथड, दैट इज़ रेनफॉल. तो ये लिमिट मुकर्रर की गई ज़मीन की और इससे ज़्यादा ज़मीन का मालिक अगर कोई होगा तो वो ज़मीन उससे हुकूमत ज़ब्त कर लेगी. The land beyond these limits was confiscated and distributed among farmer and peasants. जो किसान और peasants मुज़ारिन उन ज़मीनों पर काम कर रहे होंगे, एक्स्ट्रा लैंड को उनमें तकसीम कर दिया जाएगा. And by March 1976, 1.5 million acres of land was distributed to the farmers. Secondly, the ownership of land for government servants. The land purchased by government servants during their services of 2 years after their retirement, it was limited up to 100 acres. And the surplus land would be taken over by the government. 100 acres से ज़्यादा जो land होगी उनके पास, that would also be taken by the government and would be distributed among the poor person. Thirdly, the policy for educational institutions. educational institutions were allowed to cross this limit of land. कि ऐसी ज़मीन जो इस इरादे से ख़रीदी गई हो, इस इरादे से किसी के पास थी कि उसके ऊपर एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशंस बनाए जाएंगे, तो वो इस पॉलिसी से मुबर्रा थी, यानी उनको अलाउ था कि वो इससे ज़्यादा ज़मीन भी अपने पास रख सकते हैं. And fourthly, the water and land taxes. Landlords would pay the land and water tax. Peasants would be exempted from it. पहले ये होता था कि पीजेंट्स या मज़ारे जो ज़मीन पे काम करते थे, उनके ज़िम्मे ये होता था कि वो लैंड और वाटर टैक्स जो ज़मीन का है उसको अदा करेंगे, लेकिन इन रिफॉर्म्स के ज़रिए उनसे ये पाबंदी हटाकर लैंड ओनर्स के ऊपर फ़िक्स कर दी गई. Number 5, eviction of tenants. The landowners were not allowed to evict the peasants one-sidedly. Eviction means, to evict means कि उनको अपनी ज़मीनों से निकाल देना, बेदखल कर देना. लैंडलॉर्ड्स अब ये अपनी मर्ज़ी से नहीं कर सकते थे. And lastly, the loans to farmers and landlords. The farmers and landlords were given loans by the government for the purchase of agricultural machinery like tractors and other items. So students, today we discussed about the agricultural and labor reforms of Zulfikar Ali Bhutto government. Now read the detail of these reforms from your book carefully also and be ready to do the homework questions. Answer the following short questions in your notebooks very neatly and learn all these questions answers also. Question number 1 is, what was the limit of the agricultural land which Prime Minister Zulfikar Ali Bhutto fixed for the individual holding? This question is taken from your exercise on page number 29 of your book. And other two questions are extra short question, means they are not in your exercise but from your textbook. Question number 2, write any 3 labor reforms introduced by Bhutto government. Question number 3, write any 3 agricultural reforms introduced by Bhutto government. And question number 4, write a note on the following topic: the nationalization of industries in Prime Minister Zulfikar Ali Bhutto period. Okay dears, do your work very carefully. So take care of yourself also. Thank you. Stay blessed.